selection of stories, a lot from my book, The Sacred Stories from the Sacred Hooper Life, written by Ron Henderson. You can purchase it on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and also Walmart. First story I'm going to read is a story that I wrote. A deal that came to me called Tsunami Warning. Once, a very long time ago, in an oceanside village, there lived a young girl who was born with a deformity that left her face disfigured. She was always shunned and teased by others in the village, especially the other children. So she was very lonely. But she loved her village and her land, for she would always explore the hills and the seashore, often alone, experiencing its majesty and beauty. She also liked to listen to the old stories that the elderly villagers would tell. One was about once in a great season, the earth would shake, and the sea would send a great wave to take the village away. And that made the girl sad, for she loved her village even though it treated her bad. Then one day the earth shook violently, and the young girl ran to the seashore rocks. Seeing the ocean swell, she stared, crying, "I am so lonely, I am so lonely, I am so lonely. Take me, take me." Some of the villagers, deep in fear, heard the crying and ran to see how the young girl was standing on the seashore. Some of the villagers, deep in fear, heard the crying and ran to see how the young girl was standing on the seashore edge and watched as the great ocean swell rose and snatched the young girl off the edge of the ocean rocks, and then receded back into its place, saving the villagers. Now until this day, when the earth shakes, the people near the sea cry out the girl's name, "Tsunami, tsunami," to warn that a great wave may come. So run to high ground. The song she would sing. I used to watch her stand on the cliff by the sea, looking out into the mysteries of the ocean void. She stood there morning, noon, and at the sunset's evening tide, sending prayers on the wind, just as seagulls fly, seeking healing for some of life's despair. Then one day, the earth shook as it could feel her pain. And as the tide pulled away, you could hear her say, "I'm so lonely, I'm so lonely. Take me from this place." And as the ocean stretched forth its mighty hands to free her from the loneliness and pain. And when you shake deep inside, you feel life's pain. Let the sea pull back and stretch forth its mighty healing hand and free you from your sadness and pain. Tsunami. I'll share one more that I wrote. It's called Juggernaut. It was 1939. I was just a wee pup on a farm in Kansas, sitting on the porch with my mama shelling peas. She in her rocking chair, and me in the porch swinging back and forth, and our old coon dog listening to her talk about the old days. When suddenly, everything grew silent and still. An eerie feeling, not a sound on the farm, when suddenly it was shattered by my father's distant voice as he ran from the barn yelling, "Ellie and Sam, get to the storm cellar." We took off running, that coon dog fast behind barking. And it seemed that just then the air got thin, hard to breathe, as we reached the cellar doors. I could see particles floating in the air as I started to hear the sound of a train that was fast approaching. So loud I couldn't even hear my thoughts or that coon dog who just kept on yelping. And hours later, as we stepped out of the cellar, everything for miles around, even our farm, had been swept away. I heard them say on the radio, calling the thing a juggernaut. I learned in school later on that's something that crashes. That's something that crushes everything in its way, an advancing force. But most people around me just called it a tornado. Even to this day, when that coon dog hears a train, it scares him, and me too. Yep, that was in 1939. 1939. So thank you for participating in Ron's Reading Room. I will continue to share stories from my book and also other books of classics and good stories that are family oriented. So thank you once again.